Hi, I'm 10 years old, and I was just diagnosed with autism. My mom has always said that I'm special, but now the kids on the playground are saying that about me too, but they don't say it the same way. They started copying me with weird voices when I say things in class, so I don't talk much anymore. They make jokes that I don't really get, and I laugh along anyway because jokes are supposed to be funny, right? And lately it kind of seems like they're all avoiding me now, even my favorite teacher sometimes. And my mom tells me not to worry about what others think of me, but I'm always around them at school.
He's not actually 10 years old.
I'm not actually 10 years old.
But maybe you are, and maybe a lot of what he's just said has happened to you, or it is happening to you right now. What is this? Why do some people seem to target other people who are just trying to go through life literally the same as you and me? Most likely, it's because of something called stigma. What is stigma? More importantly, why does it exist? And why should you care? Maybe we can start by talking about mental health. Mental health is when you wake up in the morning and you feel good and you don't need a reason. It's when you get up and you can keep rolling with the punches and the stress that life throws at you. You keep going to school, you keep playing on your sports team, you keep going to that after-school hobby group. Sometimes, though, you get sick. Depending on what kind of illness you have, the way that your body shows how it's feeling sick can look really different from another illness. Mental illness is what we call it when your brain is sick. A large chunk of people, about 1 out of 3 in Canada, will be impacted by a mental illness at one point or another in their life. And just like the difference between a cold and a flu, the difference between one mental illness and another mental illness can be really, really big. But no matter whether or not someone has one or not, they're still people. You are still a person. So, where does it all fall apart? Why do people think it's okay to treat some people like hot garbage fires and other people, they just don't? Stigma, those nasty little things that people say and do that really get under your skin because they see you as an other. There's 3 ways it usually happens, and the first is social. Have you ever left someone out of an activity you were doing because everyone thinks that there's something kind of wrong with them? Have you ever heard kids or teachers or parents talking badly about another kid, calling them troubled or attention-seeking because they seem to always be getting into fights? That is social stigma. People hearing rumors and stereotypes about a person or a group of people and then spreading those rumors and continuing to push down those people that they think are separate from them because of all the untrue things they've heard. Then there's self-stigma, where you've heard all the insults a million times and then you've kind of started to absorb it. And now it's happened so many times that maybe it's true, right? You know, my dad always calls me an idiot, so I guess I really am an idiot. So I stopped trying. I don't pay attention in class anymore. I don't answer questions. I don't ask for help with assignments because I already feel like I'm not going to get anywhere. Lastly is courtesy. Courtesy stigma happens to people who are connected to or closely associated with someone who is stigmatized or a group of people who are stigmatized. This could be a boy who is straight who wants to sign up for a dance class or join the knitting club at school, and then all the other kids start calling him gay because now he's hanging out with all the other gay people. It could also be as simple as distancing yourself from someone you normally hang out with because she was just diagnosed with a mental illness. Maybe other people will think I'm sick. When you're between the ages of 7 and 12, you're always trying to find your place in the world, to figure out who you are. And for better or worse, the easiest way to recognize yourself is through other people. If they treat you well, you think well of yourself. But if they treat you badly, or they stigmatize you, or worse, your sense of self can get really twisted. You might feel like you don't know how to interact with your friends or your classmates anymore. You might stop wanting to hang out and talk to people. You'd run a higher risk of developing disorders like depression. You might start falling behind in school and in extracurricular activities. And even though you might recognize you really need help, you probably won't ask for it. These are all ways that stigma hurts us. Us meaning everyone, even and especially people who don't have mental illnesses or disorders or anything like that. If someone looks at you, the way you act, the way you speak, the way you dress, and they assume that you have autism or ADHD, even if you don't, that doesn't matter to them. It's going to change the way they treat you, and for most people, that treatment is always worse. Hi, it's me again. I'm in different clothes. So now we know about stigma. We know how bad it is. Is there anything we can do about it?
Oh!
You sat on me.
Watch our second video here, somewhere, where we talk about ways that we as people at any age can take action in our lives and reduce stigma as it happens around us. Bye.
Love you. Did you like that?
Yeah, I that was decent.
If you need confidential mental health support and you're under 18 and you live in Canada, in English or in French, you can contact Kids Help Phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-668-6868, or you can text CONNECT, that's CONNECT, to 686868.